Good morning. It is Sunday, December 5th. I just got out of church. Wonderful worship. A message on identifying the issues in life that are keeping us from stepping into the promises of God. And out of church now, headed to Applebee's. Gonna have a bite to eat with Mom and Mike before going home and figuring out what I'm gonna do with my day. And like you said last time, you're not in a rut. You get different things every time as you order the same thing as you did then. And I at least admit I'm in a rut. And that was fun and a nice meal. It's all cloudy out, like it may rain, but still moderately warm. Probably somewhere in the 60s. I don't know. Weather is quite unpredictable around here. I'm gonna go home. Ain't got a thing or two I can probably get accomplished today. And the thing I'm gonna do today is boring, but it's something I've been needing to do for a while. See, Google has advised me that I have 54 compromised passwords. And I should probably fix that. They're probably all for things that don't matter. But probably best to fix it anyways. Some of these, instead of really updating the password, I'm just closing the account. One of the ones that I'm doing that for is the Columbia House Movie Club, which in high school, that was a great way to get some DVDs. You know, like when I really decided, I went from, I got a few movies I like to, I'm a collect DVDs. Which I don't really collect DVDs anymore. I do still get DVDs for movies I like, but there was a while, and the reason I have many movies on this shelf that I've never seen is because there was a while where I would collect DVDs. Whether it's, I like this actor or actress, let's buy a bunch of other movies that they've been in and check them out. Or whatever, like just in related things, oh, this is supposedly a good classic, let's pick it up, why not? So, I used Columbia House Movie Club to get some deals on that. And then, for years, I had to tell them every month, no, don't bill me and send me some monthly selection. In doing this, I actually figured out, apparently I haven't remembered to do that since March. But because they don't have any current credit card information, or if they didn't do anything about it, they didn't send me anything because they have no way to bill me for it. But I never closed out the account because you had to call to close out the account. Now, I imagine some big hassle of member services trying to beg you to stay. It wasn't. No. It was a computer the whole time, and it took less than a minute of enter the account number. Press 1 to confirm canceling membership. Your membership is canceled. Which means, why isn't there just a button on their website to cancel it? I don't know, but there isn't. Anyways, that's probably my oldest breached password that I just left and didn't change because I didn't care. But that account is now closed. And I'm going to keep updating passwords or closing accounts. Try and reduce how many breached passwords. And one of the things I'm doing with it is I'm using less repeat passwords, which is difficult. But that's kind of why I've been putting it off also, is like, okay, well when I fix this, I want to fix it right and don't make it where another breach happens and there's 50 automatically again because I use the same password for all of them. So I'm like not doing that, and it's a lot of work. Takes a lot of the brain power to properly come up with passwords. I'm working on it. So 2.5 hours later, I now do not have any passwords that are detected as being vulnerable due to data breaches. There were a lot to begin with, but I have fixed all of them. In fact, about a third of them, when I went to try and fix them, I just found that the company has basically just closed those accounts because I took long enough not to change it. And in general, I was like, oh, good. Well, then I don't have to close the account. You've already done it. Thank you. Because I was no longer using your service or site. It's like, you made me make an account in order to buy something one time. I was never coming back. I only came back because Chrome says, hey, there's a vulnerability here. And I'm like, fine. Okay, well, that took a long time, but it's taken care of. And I will say, let that be a suggestion, reminder to any of you. If you have passwords that have been compromised through a data breach, fix it. If you're not sure, look into it. I know Chrome, if you log into anywhere through Chrome, it'll pop up and tell you, hey, that password's in a data breach. But if you don't change your passwords and you've had the same passwords for 10 plus years, I mean, you do. There are some that have become vulnerable if you haven't changed them. Oh. It's evening. But I think I do a little world building. I think I still have some motivation for that. And so I've been spending my evening watching Critical Role and doing world building. So I got sort of a preliminary layout of continents 1, 2, and 3, as well as the tectonic plates. This is new for me. Definitely going at it from a science perspective, and so this will help me figure out where mountains and such are, and island chains. But that's cool. I like it, at least in theory. I say preliminary because this is a flat piece of paper. Also not quite the right aspect ratio that I need. So I'll end up taking this to the computer at some point and putting it on a sphere in order to further finesse things. And that's where more decisions will be made. But I tend to work very tactile, physically, at least as far as coming up with ideas and getting them out of my head. So I wanted to start with this instead of just jumping right into the computer. I don't know. I'm hopeful. Hopeful that things will work out. And like, I look at it and I'm like, I have some ideas for what I'm thinking. Well, this will probably be, for like which continent's probably going to be which. But I don't really know yet. I'm not going to really decide until I see kind of what land masses and such form on them, I guess. But I think I know. But yeah. So I've been working on world building from a different perspective than normal. Otherwise, the rest of my evening I'm just going to keep watching Critical Role. As another episode will be released on YouTube tomorrow, and I will be further behind. As is the cycle of watching Critical Role. So I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for joining me, and joining me as my journey continues.